Greetings and salutations everyone, I'm Mac. This is Lobotomy Corporation. There's nothing too special here today. I really am considering a full-blown let's play of this game, but no, not at the moment. For now, we're just highlights of this little new playthrough that I'm doing here. This is basically our last chance to grind for quite some time. Now, we could all... Well, did I lie? No, but the moment that we start going in depth into Central Command Team, our ability to grind runs in contrast to our ability to run missions. We're also going to run into Dusks at some point, and that's going to be a problem, but as it is right now, I just sort of want to show a few tricks that I can use to supercharge agents very quickly. Now, we do have 118 lob points, but why would you spend lob points when you can instead send in your best agents? Well, you can just train them up over time. Anyway, these are some previous guys that I've been working with. We need to draw out 2 people in order to... Okay, let's think it over. Who should I use to head up the Command Central team? I guess Tatiana and... let's go with Mason. Now, the other thing is that we can just move these guys into other agencies. We're going to hire a bunch of level 1 agents. I cannot see what their names are, darn. I know if I get names that I don't particularly like, then I can just hire a new agent. It's not that much of a hassle. But anyway, so one flaw that I have in this facility is that, well, okay, back to start. When we got to the safety team, I actually did a bit of safe scumming. It's how I ended up with things like Smile, and I know I have someone around here that has it. Yeah. Exuvier, even though I don't have the corresponding abnormalities in the facility. It's a little bit cheap, but this is sort of a run straight from start. I believe I should have the right to say no to getting Smile in the safety team before I have execution bullets. Anyway, the actual one that we have is Sound of a Star here, or well, Blue Star. Which is unfortunately a bit of a problem because I didn't really have a good way to train up Prudence. Maybe I should have been using Letitia for that, but not the important point. The important point is that not a lot of people are prepared to work with this Aleph. But recently I have actually gotten something that I wanted. We can't see it on this screen because I haven't researched it, but it is the Scarecrow. And the Scarecrow actually makes for a very good Prudence builder should you have agents that are actually capable of handling it. Early on, if you've got enough HP and some black resistant armor, you can actually go toe-to-toe with the Scarecrow. You just have a bunch of people with ranged weapons like Beak and Solitude stand in the back and take pot shots, while you've got tanks in the front taking the more brutal hits. When they get low on HP, you back them off and send in the new tank. But as it is for this, we should probably do some ego reassignments. Wait, no, that's the wrong team. So yeah, everyone gets penitence, and now we have an interesting situation. I have crunched the numbers. There are two ways to go about the scarecrow. You can either boost your success rate just as a smidge, and then equip everyone with Teth white resistant gear. This isn't the worst situation actually. Sorry, this is very disorganized. Anyway, as I was saying, there are two ways you can go about this. You can either strengthen their prudence so they've got a little more wiggle room on how much before the scarecrow panics them, or you can increase their temperance, which will give them a slightly better rate of success on the scarecrow. The fun thing is, we don't actually care whether they make it through with their sanity intact or not. If they go crazy, we're going to have a whole bunch of people standing outside the room, ready to hit them with the sanity sticks, and then back off before the scarecrow can get them. Anyhow, let's go for a mix. We'll give... no, not justice. We'll give temperance to this guy. The people with no eyes can have temperance. The people with eyes can have prudence. That way we can compare results at the end of all this grinding, but I think you'd actually want to increase temperance so you can get bigger payoff for the prudence difference. Man, 8 minutes and we haven't even started. Oh yeah, Queen Bee was another one that I picked up. So the thing is that with Alephs, they are very terrifying. If they breach, then they cause problems. If they beat people up, then your people can't handle them because of the stats, they cause problems. This sort of tempts you into having a situation of, okay, we just have one person that handles this all the time. That is a fallacy. You actually want to use... The problem is, if only one person ever interacts with a specific Aleph, then you end up with your other characters getting a smidge underleveled. Not the most ideal situations. So anyway, I'm just looking about. Yeah, this is the problem. Not many people have the prudence able to handle it. I suppose Summer can do it, so let's give Summer a slightly better outfit. Can you take Gonzalez? Yes, you can. So Summer's job is going to be responding to Blue Star whenever it melts down. Mind you, with King of Greed around, you actually do get kind of tempted to focus fire, because anytime you send in someone who isn't maxed out on their success rates and instinct, then she gets out. She's not a training abnormality, is what we're going with. So then, we have two problems here. Both of them Meiji. We'll deal with them at the end of the day after I've done enough grinding, I think. So bring the entire posse down here. You can wait around here. You to there. You to there. That way, when the... It's not a matter of if, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. When Punishing Bird breaks out, he's going to find one of these two. I'm going to hear the sound cue saying, yep, he's beating someone up. Actually, let's bring you down here. Just so we can send you in to work with the Funeral of Butterflies. Anyway, it's a lot easier when this guy is in the cramped quarters like this room over here. I had a run with him showing up in this room and it was actually fantastic. But, let's see. Actually, I think what I should do first is do a little bit of research with him, so I actually have the success rates that I need to work with this guy. So, skimming ahead just a bit. You usually aren't able to fight guys quite head to head like that, but this is a very powerful defense stat versus what the Scarecrow can do. What bit you? I guess insight work isn't particularly favored by her, but yikes. No, you silly clerk. Okay, that should have them... Yeah, that gives us a plus 8% to our work success chance, which is actually going to make a bit of a difference. Hello? Okay, good, it's gone. If any of them do panic and turn out to be Wonder type or Sabotage type, we have our friend here, the training team captain, Gonzalez. Okay. The Great Gonzalez! The Great Gonzalez can knock them out of their panic. Don't use black weapons to do it. I have actually tried it occasionally and I've nearly killed agents doing that, and those were not rank 1 agents, so we definitely don't want to do that. Anyhow, this is going to cause a minor mental meltdown, shall we say? Yeah, terrified for walking in costs 30 of their SP. So the thing about training is that the risk inherent in the process is also pretty a pretty major component of it. What do I mean by that? I mean that the more... So basically it's sort of two ways. The more successful you are, the better. The more green boxes you have at the end, the better the stat growth is that corresponds to that work type. However, the amount of the relevant HP bar, the relevant health bar that's left by the end of the work is also quite important. By that, I mean, if you do fortitude work, it counts up how much HP you have at the end of it. If you do insight work, it counts how much of your SP bar is remaining. If you do attachment work, it checks both. This means that abnormalities that deal black damage, specifically black damage in their containment unit, and have at least decent responses to a work type are going to be your best bet for any sort of insight, instinct, or attachment training. But red damage is going to be better for instinct work, and white damage is going to be for insight work, which is why it's a problem when those abnormalities also have... what would the word be? If they prefer work types that aren't the same thing. So Punishing Bird isn't going to be the greatest for fortitude work, because it's 12 boxes. 12 boxes. It sort of balances out, I guess. However, to train up your justice stat, it only cares about whether it's successful. And the problem is that a lot of the better justice trainers also need you to have justice stat to begin with. Anyhow, who do we use to start us off? Keep the bird contained. Okay, Mirror of Adjustment and Porcupus. Now that those should be dealt with, yes. Now we just focus on more scarecrow work. We've seen what happens if you have high prudence and work with him. What about if we have higher temperance? I don't think this will work out. Yep, I think the idea is to give them a slight nudge in their prudence before sending them in. No, he's getting away, guys! Tifrath is going to spend the whole day yelling at me over this. But the thing is, because we're just able to kill him in the containment unit before he even gets a chance to get out and start eating clerks, it doesn't matter how many times we let him out. It doesn't matter. It might matter when we start seeing Dawn and Noon that we have a bunch of low-level agents about, but I just need to keep an eye on the upcoming ordeals. So, yeah. Until next time, guys, take care. I'll see you all around. The next time you see me, I'll probably be showing off some more core suppressions. At least in this. Okay. I clearly mistimed the date because Control Team Dusk ordeal. I've spent a lot of today training agents, so if something goes horribly wrong here, then it's a lot of distance that I have to make up. But anyway, greetings and salutations, this is Lobotomy Corp, I'm Ekamac. This might or might not be connected to a different episode. I'm glued up, but I'm just saying in case. Anyway, completing Dusk ordeals. They start the moment you get access to here. Dusk Amber is kind of the middle ground. Crimson Dusk I've shown off in the Hockma suppression. Viridian Dusk is by far the nastiest you can face. But Amber Dusk can be nice, but it can also be unpleasant. So let's find someone to do this. The moment we go into here, let's do attachment work just for safety's sake. So, ooh, actually you're in a good position. These guys deal roughly 50 damage on bite should you approach from the front. Even Aleph gear is going to struggle a bit. Okay, Rose, you get out of there. I never put Summer back in his room, darn it. Okay, everyone back into the corridor. What happens is when they get to the end of a corridor, they start spawning ads. If you have Sound of a Star equipped, then you can actually force them into you can sort of lock them in place trying to respawn all of their little amber dawns. I think your weapon is a lot shorter range than I thought it would be, so you go over there. Wait, no, not you. I wanted him. Yeah, even in Aleph gear, that knocked off about 20 of his HP. Oh, yikes. I haven't lost anyone yet. But give it time. No, 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 no! Yikes! The problem is that they automatically lock onto a random enemy in the corridor. And they keep going after the little dawns, so they'll be rushing about randomly. Yeah. This is why Blue Star is such a handy thing to grab early in a run. It absolutely deletes anything with the weak adds with its AoE abilities. Okay, have to be cautious. We do not want one of these guys to spawn up underneath us when we're not ready for it. Everyone into safety. Well, actually, Gonzalez? Wait, there's two of them on top of each other? Yikes. Okay, yeah. You get out here and lend us a shot as well. Back out, you should go there to get a little bit of healing. And because they're on this side of the corridor, it won't be safe to sneak past them. You had one left, which is why you didn't despawn it. Darn. It's not so bad, guys. Really. Now, were I feeling particularly nasty, I could actually let out the King of Greed. She is immune to red damage and deals a cataclysmically large amount of red damage. These guys are weak to red damage, so eventually she would win in a war of attrition. It's just, and now we vamoose. You definitely don't want to get caught in one of these corridors up here when that sort of thing happens. Or that corridor down there.
Okay, this we can make use of, I think. Although that's a shallow corridor, I think. If you need to, you can always tell your characters to move to a different corridor, to move ahead a bit, and then take aim once they get close. It helps make up for how these guys keep... It helps make up for how these guys keep moving away from you and eventually out of range of your attacks. We'll catch them all eventually. Just give it some time. Unfortunately, we haven't unlocked red shields, so I don't feel safe just hopping a red shield and rushing straight past these guys. I have to do this fairly. Ooh, you rotten thing. Oh! Oh dear. Summer is tanky. Well, wait. Okay, Cooper there. Cooper there won't be safe at doing all that, so... Yeah, the AOF defense did help a lot since he does have a lot of HP to start with, but still, I shouldn't have forgotten about that. That's how you lose people. Wow, we still actually do have some clerks around here. You go hunt them down to the ends of the earth. Okay, I actually think that this will be the end of it. The downside is that because there's so many of the little guys, it's very easy to accidentally click on them. And your characters will immediately cancel their attack order the moment it finishes. Anyway, that was a stressful day, and it's not going to get any less stressful in future days because we have trouble. But yeah, until next time guys, take care, we'll see you all around. Why do I keep doing this to myself? Greetings and salutations everyone, I'm Ekamek, this is Limbus Company. We've got something really nasty in store for this facility. I was just doing some grinding like usual. And then Viridian Dusk appeared. Now, I have a plan. Unfortunately, my plan also recognizes that we have a slight threat over here. Big Bird. After 5 employees die within the facility, the Clive-off counter decreases. Big Bird breaches regardless of Clive-off counter when the emergency situation is second trumpet. If he decides to come visit us up in control team, we are in trouble. And he is going to breach. If triggering a Viridian Dusk isn't enough to set off second trumpet, then the fact that they're going to kill a lot of our clerks, it will. But anyway, the plan here. I have all the most fragile characters over here paired up with our training team captain. Just in case it triggers a panic here, she'll be able to knock them out of it. If we have the engines spawn in either of these departments, then we're going to gather everyone in the facility and go break them. These two should be able to hold their own against any solitary green ordeals that make their way up, but I'll need to keep my eyes open. Also, we do have a few Aleph weapons here and there that should be able to muscle through, and if worst comes to worst, we can always set off the King of Greed. Now, let's do this. Where's the guy I wanted to use to trigger the... You there. Oh boy, that was way too close for comfort. Actually, where's the information team captain? Let's hope we can kill this very quickly. It says war, it actually counts as an Aleph. That green bar shows how close it is to doing something horrible, but we killed it before it got the chance to, so... Clearing out the closest problem was half the battle. And now everyone gathers together in the middle. You should be able to take this thing out on your own. We'll send you along to act as support. Hang on. Slight technical issues here. We need Gonzalez to join as well. And Maxwell. And everyone else should be sticking together. Although, maybe I'll also mobilize the Hornet users. I know someone else here has Hornet. Who is it? I can't find them, we'll just use Exuvier instead. Okay, just checking to make sure no one is looping around back on us. We're down to 4 with Big Bird. He will be getting a bit antsy. And I would like it if we could destroy all of the engines up here, all of the where we must reach up here before Big Bird gets out. Keep in mind we don't actually have to do this. This is just me choosing to do this. When Big Bird gets out, we have to commit. Oh, an important little detail here. Maxwell is using the Gold Rush weapon. This is one of the highest damaging weapons in the game, but it comes with a caveat. As long as whenever Maxwell uses it, there's a small chance to gain a damage bonus, but at the cost of losing a lot of temperance. Because of this, it has a secret negative combination with Blue Star, who will punish you for having... well, okay, it actually doesn't penalize temperance directly, but it does reduce work speed, and Blue Star will kill you if you take too long. Actually, River, maybe you should come over and give Gonzalez a hand. No one has looped around yet. Ooh, but Big Bird's very temperamental at the moment. River, how about you go and give it a talking to? Oh, actually we are making some progress here. Gonzalez, can I... okay, you go wait out in this room. If we get good results, and this is our information team captain, we're very likely to get good results, it should be able to keep him, it should cause him to go up in Clive-Off counter. You've taken a few... actually, what am I thinking? We can just have them go wait out in the control team room for the healing. Although, that said, you were just set on a pawn by the... Ooh, actually, maybe we should just have the entire team retreat to the training department. We've bought a little bit of time with Big Bird. That's the important point. River can actually hold this ground indefinitely, what with the Aleph armor and the Aleph weapon. Should buy enough time for us for the support to get ready. And actually, I think the support is already healed up. Go appease the bird again. Move down one floor and start beating people up again. And the machine is actually decharged. You go get one of those guys because he's sneaking about. I think the clerks could actually kill him on their own, but the less likely we are to deal with Big Bird, the better. Wait, where did these guys all come from? Okay, last one. We can take it out. They do endure the damage a little bit, but 0.8 honestly isn't as bad as some of them can be. And there we go, that's green Dusk. So I have actually shown all the possible Dusks you can see, although I guess showing Crimson Dusk would be nice. Anyhow, we can get Lamp or we can get Lamp. Honestly, this is a pretty strong black damage weapon, so let's get the Lamp. I might, if I run into Crimson Dusk in this facility before I get too many weapons, then I might show how to handle that one as well, but yeah. The Death Ball helps clear out enemies that spawn too close to your control team. Control team can act as a sort of safeguard, and honestly, we actually have a lot more clerks left over than you'd think. Having a few strong Aleph weapons, which came about from grinding the safety team, I will admit. It did. Having a few strong Aleph weapons can help melt through those machines a lot faster because they internally count as an Aleph in terms of fear damage, but also in damage resistances, so anything below Aleph grade is going to have a damage penalty. Anyhow, maybe this is the end of the episode and you can move on with your life, I don't know. But either way, until next time guys, take care, I'll see you all around. We managed to meet the Central Team's mission, that's nice.